Hello and welcome back to my aquarium, and today we're going to be using these Sentinel here. I only used them in one run when I tried them out, and then I never got them up anymore, and I want to give them the Prestige 10 this episode and get access to this second weapon here, and then we can use them again in the next episode or whatnot and try out that second weapon. Also, we are trying to get access to this guy here, who I thought at first was going to be a Necromancer, but we figured out this is actually a Necromancer who we tried in the last episode, so go see that episode if you want to check that out. But I tried with the Necromancer to finish this, right? To complete 100% of the Overlord mode, Cycle 2. Getting tongue twisted here. But we couldn't quite do it because I was not having a good time with the Necromancer there. So we're going to hop on Sentinel. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get them to Prestige 10. And we also have this rune on so we can check out their special weapon skill, because I don't know what it is yet, so we'll check that out. I think I'm just going to go to Cave of Daljang, and I'm gonna turn off just almost all the elite stuff, except for this one. I'm gonna turn all the curse stuff off except for elite spawn more often so we can get a little bit more elites. But everything else, I just kind of want to try to get a run in a really good amount of time to make sure that we can get this Overlord portal open, because if I can't get the portal open, then obviously that kind of limits stuff for us. So that's a big part of it. Make sure we can get the Overlord open. Oh, it's just Rain of Arrows. I've had this ability. Last time I played this character, and I was a big fan. That's a good ability. You can make that a very big area with a good cast frequency, and it can go off. Let me get to the corner down here and start actually farming how I want to. Hello there. Eat cheeks. So I probably will keep Rain of Arrows, honestly. Sometimes I consider getting rid of a second ability, but that's one that I'll definitely want to keep because I think it can go off pretty hard. Especially in terms of applying effects. You know, it itself, it can stun, which is awesome. Especially for bosses and stuff, you can just stun those bosses and just wail on them. Especially when we get to Overlord mode and there's two bosses spawning at once, there's a lot of elites, you know, that's going to be very nice. But at the same time, if we get something like poison and burning that can be just apply all the time, then we can get it to apply all the time off of this, which hits very, very fast. I'm going to go for a bunch of movement speed right off the bat, which I love to have. And whoa, what is this? Bladed Chakram. Throw a Chakram in the target direction, causing 62 damage and applying rot to target's hit. The Chakram returns you at the end of its range, causing damage to the enemies on the way back. Rot deals 625 damage over 15 seconds. If the target dies, any remaining rot will spread. Ooh, so like some poison spread. Hell yeah, we're going that. Let me see that. There it goes, so it's going to come back. Yeah, that's cool. If we get multicast on that, that's going to be awesome. Look at the rot spreading. That's dope. Maybe we do a big poison build? I know this guy, I think nature is kind of like his big thing, so maybe we could just apply a lot of rot and a lot of poison and just have them die from that, spread a bunch of the rot around. Yeah, and then just get as many of these chakrams and just regular arrows out as possible. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a little poison build here. Seems like a good idea. I'm gonna get the level 4 here, then I'm gonna go ahead and spend my points. Probably getting pretty close. No, we're not getting that close at all to the first Lord. Oh, that's my bad. I watched into that. Okay, some health might be good, honestly, because we're not super high on health. Let me just do these. Well, speaking of health, let's go ahead and grab it early. Let's do the XP early, of course. No thank you on any summons. I don't think they're very good, in my opinion, at all. I did say I want poison, and I'm still looking into it. But here's the thing. Icy Vortex, in my opinion, is a really good ability. But no, it's good. I think it's good crowd control. And legendary multicast for Rain of Arrows? Hell yeah. That's very, very good. Bunch of multicast on that. We can get big area. We can get them casting a bunch. If that gets stacked up on a boss or an elite, it's going to shred them. So that's a big thing we're going to look for. Applying poison just with any of our attacks would be another thing to look for. Some good area control coming out of the combination of the Icy Vortex and our Rain of Arrows, and then we have really good direct attacks with the Chakram and our regular attack. So, overall, got a pretty good mix here. We have 2 more, so maybe we try for one more kind of area of effect kind of attack, and then we try for one more direct aimed attack. Like maybe we could get the Poison Bolt still as our last direct attack, and then we could have like Poison Cloud, maybe, as our last area attack, and then we'll have a very, very good mix of area and direct, and have a lot of poison we can apply to enemies. And the rot is going off. Man, imagine later on if we can really get a bunch of chakrams out there, how much rot we could get spreading throughout these guys. Especially if we can start stacking that on bosses and stuff. All the people around the boss are just dying. That will be huge. Okay, so this is perfect. We're about to level up. I was going to say it so we can get this, but lasting here for both of those, so those are going to last even longer. That's multicast. Okay, cool. Again, I did say Poison Cloud, and I think I'm going to go ahead and grab that. That'll move around. Area modifier for Poison Cloud? Sure, let's immediately get it. Damage modifier for everything with physical, which is everything except for Icy Vortex. That's huge for us. And last but not least here, I'm going to grab Chain Lightning because I think it's really good. And I'll consider if I want to trade that out for like Poison Bolt. But holy hell, that's some shred. Dude, you are getting toasted. You look so stupid right now. Walking around with a dunce hat on, you look dumb. But yeah, look at, oh, there's the Poison Cloud. Okay, looks pretty good. Not too bad of an area to start with even. That just reminded me of like this weird dream I had last night. I don't know why it reminded me, but I had this weird dream where I was like, yeah, sorry if I bore you. I know like it's kind of a meme. It's like, oh, people start talking about their dreams. It puts me to sleep. Which, hey, maybe you watch 2 fall asleep in that case. Let's do it up, baby. You know what? I'm fine with our build. I like it a lot. Hell yeah on the XP. Hell yeah on the dashes. Hell yeah on the Chakram. Chakram is like, I'm loving it right now. I think Chakram's dope as fuck. So I was in like this weird office building, and there's like people, I feel like there's like famous people there, but also like my friends and old friends, and maybe even some family. I don't even know. It was weird, and I don't even know if there's like a job fair or something, or why I was there. Oh, there was like job fairs. People were giving like presentations on like how you could do this job and stuff, and I was like, nah, no thanks. I'm just gonna make YouTube videos. But I guess in my head I was just like, yes, job fair. This is where I should be for some reason. Or at least my subconscious was just like, this is the setting of the dream tonight, which I have very vivid visual dreams that I often do remember, to be honest. Which I know it's like kind of a toss-up for people, where it's like, you either remember your dreams or you don't. And for me, I usually do remember them pretty well. Let's go boop. Boop. I'm not even going to read into what I'm getting here too much. I'm just going to kind of speed through this and not bore ya, if I can help that. And we'll finish that off right here. Lost a bit of movement speed there, I think about 35% in total. Or maybe it was 20%, somewhere around there. But either way, it was still a little bit. So a lot of damage up there, I will say. That was some good stuff. So we'll try to get some movement speed back if we can. But we do have 4 dashes as well, so we don't need as much movement speed as I might want on other classes. Doing real good, though. I'll blow my nose here really quick, so hold on. Alright, apologies for that. Let's go spend our points. Yep. Oh. Uh-huh. 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 Yes, and please. But yeah, it was quite the dream. I also had this weird part of my dream where the person I was with, at first it was like one of my sisters, and then it like turned into a friend, and then it turned into like another friend, but it was weird because the entire time it was like changing into different people. I never acknowledged it. It was just like, yep, you were just this person, and now you're this person, now you're this person, but it was always just like never acknowledged. I never acknowledged it. I was just like, yeah, of course, this is just a regular thing that happens. Gonna bomb this guy down as fast as we can. He's gonna do his laser attack, it looks like. Oh my lord, no he's not. Yo, Rain of Arrows has huge area right now. Cast frequency is going crazy on it. Look at that stun coming out from, what is that, Chain Lightning? Daze, maybe? I'm not even sure. Maybe that's the stun from Rain of Arrows, maybe? Whatever it is, then I will say Chain Lightning is going crazy right now. Look at it bouncing around. We get the rot on these guys, and they are just going bad. Ooh, baby. We're doing good. This is a nice one. We are doing good here. It's already 2 out of 5. I'm trying to bomb these guys down as fast as I can. Kind of ignoring the guys in the corner, honestly. So I'm like, they're kind of dying behind me, and I'm just shooting everybody in front of me. Let's go ahead and put this out here. I know I need to dodge right when I get out of this. Oh, your critical strikes have a 100% chance of wounding. Anytime you apply effects while wound is active, yeah, they're double. That's going to be big for us. That's going to make poison and rot go crazy. Alright, I need to H my head here, and then I'm going to dodge right when I come out of this. There we go. Ah, hello, elites. You're going to be elite amounts of dead. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a comedian, if you didn't notice. Just a little funny dude, a little funny guy. Just what I do, baby. Comedy is the name of the game. Well, it's Soulstone Survivors, but like, comedy's the name of my game. Releasing this fall, so be ready for that. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. I feel like this is what I need to do to get like a sub 10. Probably on a stronger character. I'm excited to see what the second weapon is for the Sentinel here. It looks kind of like a spectral bow or something, so I'm wondering what that's going to be like. I'm actually, the Sentinel's growing on me a little bit. I think the Chakram's really helped. It's a really cool ability. I've been loving it so far on this run. So, you know, was not my favorite character the first time I played it, but right now, I'm a big fan. Oh yeah, these are some boofing upgrades. Boofing is good, by the way. In case you're like, what the fuck does that mean? They're boofing. Holy shit, you look so stupid and dead right now. I'd love to have that little crystal you dropped there. Thank you, thank you. Dude, that was good, Shred. What are we at? 7-11? Okay, so I don't think it's possible to finish in sub 10. Not that I was trying to anyways, but it's going to be no problem, I believe, to go ahead and finish and get the portals, both the portals, which is good, because we need under 12, I believe it is, a sub 12 to get, maybe it's 13, it's one of those numbers, to get the Overlord portal. So, we should definitely be able to get that, which is good. And then we can start farming that up. I'm just kind of hitting the guys in the corner now over anything. Oops, I hit there a little bit. Bop, bop, hello, spiders. I'm just jamming to this music right now. This is a good song. Yeah, you gotta let me know. You liking the chill vibes with the music as opposed to the music in this game that is very good. Slapper soundtrack, but obviously a little more intense, upbeat going with the game. Whereas I'm just trying to chill more now that we're more used to the game. And we'll get a little bit of defense kind of stuff here just to prepare ourselves for the future of this run. Okay, so multicast for everything with missile, which is chakrams and arrows, or damage modifier for everything with area. I think I just love a multicast. I think both of them are really good upgrades. Wow, I'm getting thrown around like a ragdoll. Oh, you're Spinny Boy? You did not look like Beyblade Boy. You look like someone else. I thought the big demon boy was the Beyblade Boy, but I guess that's the Beyblade Boy. I mean, how can you look at that and not be like, that's a Beyblade? Also, bigger question, how the fuck does he do that and not get like dizzy as shit? You know how dizzy I would be? But he's just like steering that perfectly. As honestly, I'm kind of impressed. More than anything. I'm gonna be frank with you, and you know, as always, I'm sorry for calling you Frank, but you know, it's better than calling you Shirley. These guys are getting smacked, dude. I'm pretty thick, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is night and day compared to the last run. And don't get me wrong, I was on full Curse 2. Like, I had all the Curse 2 and Curse 1 on. But at the same time, I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. It just feels like night and day how much stronger I am, because I'm not relying on a bunch of fucking summons that go in and get their booty cheeks clapped. And even when they start doing damage, it just feels like they're hitting random enemies instead of hitting the bosses or doing any kind of focus on the people that I want them to hit, and I have no say over who they hit, you know? So, when this run I have a bunch of good area attacks, they're doing damage, that are poisoning my enemies, that are slowing them, and just taking them out in big swaths, and at the same time, I have a bunch of really good direct damage. So it's like, just night and day with this compared to a summoner build, and it's just kind of sad. I really do hope that it's something that over time they figure out how to balance the summoner builds, because I think it could be really, really fun. Suction bomb. That's what my lady does to me. I'm kidding, I'm single. Okay, multicast chain lightning, that's huge. Multicast a shoot, area modifier, and then XP multiplier. Hello, Elite. You're gonna die. But yeah, I don't know. I just think there's some bad balancing when it comes to summoner builds more than anything. Other than that, you know, every time I see the balancing in this game, I'm like, yeah, it's well balanced, you know? Oh, you're kidding me, man. You see the timer? We were so close. Oh, we got a new rune there. 10:02. Oh. If I was even the slightest bit thicker, we had that. That really sucks. Well, hey. Maybe if I didn't have on that last, you know, elite thing, we would have been fine. I'm gonna stand here for a second and stretch a little bit. Yeah. See how good this is. It's kind of just going crazy, to be honest. Let's see how long I can stand still without getting absolutely thwopped. It's pretty funny. So what's today? Today's Tuesday. Cyber Monday deals were still going, and I was like, I've needed a new keyboard for a while. I've had the same like Razer Black Widow 2 or something like that. Something like that. I had the same keyboard. There's a Kraken. Is it a Kraken keyboard? I don't know. It's some Razer keyboard that I've had for a long time, and don't get me wrong, it has served me so well. It's still completely functional, but the wear and tear has got to it a little bit. You know, some keys are kind of chipped, or some rage moments over the years, and it's just lost some like the clickiness. If you know what I mean. I like the clicky keyboards, which I am going to get one that's less clicky, which will be good since I actually record now. When I got it, I just like the clickiness for myself, but actually recording now, although you probably never hear the clickiness much, that's due to some AI software I use to take out the clickiness type stuff, so you don't have to actually hear that. But with a new keyboard that has less clickiness anyways, it'll even make that AI software better because it'll have to filter out less noise, which means it can filter in more of my voice. So it's just a good trade-off all around. And the keys become kind of dull, so they don't have as much pushback and they don't feel as good when you push them down. Specifically on like the WASD keys, because I've used them so much. So I'm excited to get some, you know, much needed improvements. So while it was still Cyber Monday deals and stuff going on, I was like, I gotta look into this and see, you know, what can I get here. And I did get a new Razer keyboard. It'll be here in like a week or so. I'm pretty excited for that. It was called like the Ornata version 2 or something. It was like the cheapest one. It was still like $50, but I was like, better than 100. You know, looked very nice. I'm excited about it. So that's gonna be nice. It's one of the funniest things I feel like is, ooh, that's a big damage up, baby. When people think that settings in games or the gear they have is gonna make a huge difference on their performance in games. It's a big thing where it's like, oh, you need a good keyboard, you need a good headset. And it's like those things do help, specifically computer parts when it's, you know, running the game at better frames and stuff like that. Having a 144 hertz monitor, when I upgraded to that, I never really noticed too much of a difference, to be honest. But it's, you know, it is better. You're getting more frames, you're getting to see more of the game and whatnot, and faster, whatever it may be, however it works exactly. You know, those millisecond response times and all that. It's gonna be, oh my god, that looks really good, but yeah, that's huge. At the same time, it's like, if you are not confident in your skill and a good player anyways, then those things aren't going to matter as much. The same thing goes for like in-game settings is a big thing I see where people are like, oh, when you do this setting, especially with FPS games. I'm just going to get to the corner, by the way, really quick, because I think it's faster to farm in these corners. And people are like, oh, you should turn up your FOV, which is field of view if you don't know. Essentially, it just stretches out your screen. It makes it to where things are wider. They say this helps to where you can see things, you can see more things, right? You have a wider field of view, so you can see more stuff. The thing with that is when you make your field of view wider, it just means you have to take your aim, your reticle, across more distance. You know, if your FOV is smaller, you don't have to drag your mouse, your reticle, across as much of the screen. Hopefully you're understanding that. It's pretty simple, I think. Just wider screen means more distance for your mouse to go like this, you know what I mean? So that's one of those settings people are always like, you want to have at least at 120 or this or that. And it's like, I completely disagree. I have my FOV at the base level in the main FPS that I play. When I tell people that, it's like their minds are blown. They literally shit their little pants and they're like, whoa, how do you play like that? And it's like, first of all, that's how the game it was intended to be played. That's why it's the base FOV. You know, they balanced it around that. They made everything around that. So I'm going to go with where they made the game from, which can be a flimsy argument, but I think it holds some water. But at the same time, I'm used to it. I like it. If you like it differently, with a bigger FOV, a wider FOV, that's fine. I just don't like when it's these like content creators are like, you gotta change this one setting. That's what the YouTube titles always be. Change this one setting to evolve your game, and it's like, no, you're not gonna play any better just because your FOV changed. And in fact, there are several guns that work worse when your FOV is wider because of the recoil patterns and whatnot, to where if it's wider, it makes the gun wider on your screen, and then the recoil actually screws you up more. There's more muzzle flash because you have a wider amount of, more pixels on the screen that are converted into that muzzle flash. So it's just not even that straightforward, and people don't even see that kind of side of it. When I tell them that, it's just like, they don't get it. It's like I'm speaking French and, they grew up in Spain, which honestly, there's probably a pretty good chance they would speak French too, because in other countries they actually speak multiple languages and shit, but, you get my point. Ooh, hot potato. And so that's one of those things that always has bugged me. People do some goofy things, but that's one that I hate. After that, there's things like DPI on your mouse. For me, I keep my DPI when I play games. Like right now, my DPI is at 400. And if you're hearing that and you use anything higher, you're probably like, oh my god, are you insane? I prefer to put it very low, which is as low as my mouse goes, is 400. And most mice don't even go that low. Most gaming mice cap out there, or bottom out, at like 600. So this one goes very low. But that's how I prefer it. I prefer to put it very low and then balance my sensitivity in game. You know what I mean? So I still have my like aim down sight sensitivity as low as it goes. There's many factors with that though. Like for instance, I have a very long mouse pad, and I'm used to just picking up my mouse, moving it back more often. I like to do that. That's how I like to play. So that doesn't bother me too much. Some people don't want to play like that. They want to pick their mouse up as little as possible, have to move it around as little as possible, and that helps their aim. So they don't want to be that slow. They want to be able to flick around more. But being flicky can bring up its own problems. You're flicking your aim too much. It can be a very bad thing. It's actually one of my bad habits, one of my personal bad habits, is I'll go in for a close range like shotgun play, and I love using shotguns in FPSs. But a lot of times I'll get very close to my enemy and I'll be right on point with my aim, but then I just flick my aim at the last second because I'm like, oh, I don't even know what goes through my head. I think I just get a little worked up and I'm like, quick, let's flick, and because I'm not right on top of them. But a lot of times my aim was perfect and then I mess it up myself. And if my sensitivity was even higher, that would be even worse. You know what I mean? So when it's low for me, it's just way easier for me personally to just tear it up. And that's just how I like to play. But that's what I'm saying, everyone's different, and it's really preference, in my opinion. It really is. So it's just like, you can listen to other people. If there's a YouTuber you really like, and you want to get their opinions on something, and you're like, okay, where's the video? Okay, what DPI do they use? What settings do they use? What keybinds do they use? That's completely fine, and I think that's a good place to start if you're looking to become a good player. But never be afraid to experiment with your own, preferences. And okay, well, this is how I found out that I like it. I actually like my DPI lower than them or higher than them. I like this here, I like this there. You know what I mean? And that needs to be up to you if you really want to become the best you're going to become. Because you're not them and they're not you, All they can do is give you the suggestions, but you need to rework them from those suggestions into your own personal brand of play. And it's kind of what I tell people, especially on games that are large cross-platform type stuff, like the one that I play, where there's a lot of console players, and I play with M and K, right? So even things like keybinds don't translate in the slightest. Because, hey, I can tell you, yeah, I have my melee button on my side mouse button. That doesn't matter for them. They're not going to change their melee button, most likely. You know what I mean? Like, on a controller, it's much more simple. Usually, I don't think you change your keybinds as much. I think you still do a little bit. I never really did when I played back on a controller, but everyone's different. That's what I'm trying to say here. So it's like, I'm not trying to get to this point where I can hit both these guys with the chakrams. But easier said than done, I suppose. This music is bopping right now. I'm just being a dash machine right now, brother. Run at me. Run at me. Feel the wrath of my bow. Yeah, this is a slapper run, I gotta say. But yeah, it's just so much personal preference into, I mean, everything in life, obviously, but especially that kind of stuff. So that's why I think those are some of the most clickbaity, kind of scummiest shit where I'm like, come on. Nobody needs this from you. Like, it's also kind of on the viewer's, you know, point of view as well, where I'm kind of just like, think for yourself. Ooh, that's huge. You know, think for yourself, like what you like, and implement that before going out of your way and just being like, tell me the answers to everything in life, Papa. And it's like, this is why people are still racist. Because they're just like, Mommy and Daddy told me that you're a bad person, so I think it too. And it's like, my brother. Sorry, this took a turn for a harsh reality. Apologize if I got a little too real there. But you know what I mean. I don't like people who don't want to think for themselves and just kind of take what other people tell them, and it's just, they don't have their own worldview. It's just, your worldview becomes mine. And it's like, you're so much more capable than you think you are. For some people, it's just, I don't know. It's like seeing good talent go to waste. You're like, I know you're way better than this, so please, put it to effect. Just be a better person. Can I just say, our poison fields are so big, and I love it. Where's Icy Boy? Because I'd love to kill him first. There he is. I just want to get him out of the way, because he has some annoying attacks. Whereas Prophetess kind of just chills in one area. So I can bomb her really easily after I kill him. But if I can just kill him first... Yeah, there we go. Now I can bomb her really, really, really easily. Because look at this. The idiot's just standing here. Like, hello? Move, stupid. You're so dumb and ugly. Die. Let's grab this one too. Oh, there we go. 2040. We're already on to that. All right, cool. Obviously, we're going to keep going here because we got to complete cycle 2, so we need to do one more cycle of this. And I say that we are doing pretty darn good. Sure. I'm going to take a sip of water here as we go to this next section. That said, 31 minutes was our actual time elapsed, which honestly not bad. I've had longer runs than that with less progress than we have right now. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. But to lay it out there, honestly. This is a darn good run. Chakrams are definitely one of my favorite abilities now, because this shit slaps. I'm just really excited to see how much damage they've actually done just by themselves. And I'm interested to see how much the Poison Fog did as well. It's something I don't know still, that they haven't really... Oh, that's kind of annoying. I can hover over these, and it's getting really big. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 stacked up, I think. Kind of just glanced at it when I counted, so it might be 6, but I think it's 7. But it's just like... are they accounting for the tick damage from poison when they say that Poison Fog did this much? Oh. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get out of the range of that really quick. Let's do our levels. Chakram all day, baby. All day, all day. Chain Lightning. I think Chain Lightning is doing pretty good for us, too. Hello there, ugly. I'm just... Oh, okay, I was going to say I'm trying to bomb one of them down and then focus on the other two. I think I just did that pretty well. Welcome to Chakram City, boys. Where the Chakrams are free and your asshole is mine. What did I say? Anyways, those guys got crushed. I didn't think about the fact that 3 of them would spawn at once. But... wasn't too much trouble. That's not too much trouble. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. That was big time. But yeah, I'm not sure. So it's like, okay, I have poison on my poison cloud, but then I can also apply poison just from shoot because I have, I don't know, this, right? Okay. So what weapon is it attributing the poison to? Is it just like this caused the most stacks of poison, or is it so this gets all the extra poison damage done applied to it on the end screen, or is it like every single individual tick of poison damage is accounted for and applied to the damage end screen of whichever weapon had applied that stack of poison? I'm not sure, but I would really love to know that. If anybody has an answer on that, let me know. I know that's something that I've asked before, but it's something I am very curious about. Yes, please. XP multiplier going cray-cray. Cray-cray, going crazy. A little sip of water here, if you don't mind. Not like I really need to aim, to be honest with you. Kind of just hanging out on it. I think the rot is going crazy. Predictions on the top damage weapon. I think Chakrams is going to be there. I think Shoot is going to be there. I think our direct damage weapons are going to be very high up. After that, I honestly think Poison Fog has a pretty good chance of being pretty high up there. Oh, there is Chain Lightning too. How much? Ooh, that's a good question. Is Chain Lightning going that hard? It looks like it's going pretty hard, I gotta say. I gotta say. Excuse me while I level up for 1 second here. Yeah, my nose is just like mega itchy. Increase the damage modifier of Shoot or Rain of Arrows. I'll take Rain of Arrows. Chain Lightning, last ability here. Let's get ready to dodge. Yeah, I know, you're an elite, whatever. Oh, hello there. Oh, Lexi's already touching our nuts, so I think I'm just gonna burn him down really quick. Quick as I can, at least. Oh, I already did it. I was like, hey, I can't hit him. Yeah, probably because I already killed him. Other two are about to follow. And like I said, they followed suit pretty fast. Yeah, we're kind of strong. We're a little strong. I really wish I could stop hovering over those because we are making a 8th row there. It's kind of going crazy. Yeah, dude. This is a good... This is probably my strongest run ever. I've had a couple of really strong runs, but this is... I think this takes the cake. I wonder how much different it would have been if I was on, like, full Curse 2 or something. I'm not sure. Probably a good bit different, but... Ooh, that's huge. 6 out of 15, so we're about halfway there. Actually an odd number of Lords of the Void because they're spawning odd numbers each time. How interesting. Man, how crazy is it at the end when you're just fighting, like... I mean, at some point you're fighting all Lords of the Void. I know I've even read that's what happens in this game mode, so I can't even imagine how nuts that gets. I was trying to focus those two that were down there. I actually took some damage there from really bad dodges and the flamethrower attack. Still manages to get me a lot of times. It's a good attack. Oh, my thumb is cramping up on my mouse hand. Down goes one. Trying to focus down Bernie Boy here. I'm just gonna stand right here. Yep, because as far as I see it, I just got so many chakrams on them. Like when you can get them lined up like that and just throw the chakrams through both of them just straight up, they're going down. Now we do level up really quick, so we'll just let ourselves level up a bunch and heal off of that. If I can find a healing crystal, I guess I could go for it, but I'm not even really gonna look around, honestly. Kind of just gonna chill here. Every time you apply a stack of Doom, am I applying Doom? I don't even know. I don't know what I do anymore. I just kind of like exist and I let it do it. How much of fragility am I stacking? Is that this one? Oh, okay, not much. Thought I had higher level on that. Although it does separate the tiers of it. Oh, already? I'm trying to kill Lexi really quick. Okay, yeah, if you guys want to chase me, both of them, that's awesome for me. Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip. Pretty sure that's what it was. Let it rip or let it spin? I think it's rip, because you would rip the little pull tide, and then your Beyblades would go nuts. And then they would spin. you had to let it rip for them to let them spin. So, hello there. Hey, I think those boss crystals are green, so that they should legally have to heal me. Because you said green crystal is heal, so... Speaking of green crystal, no, there is one down here, so I'm just gonna shoot some arrows down there. We'll go ahead and pick that up. There we go. And then we'll just level up to get the rest of our healing. Oh yeah, this is a slapper song. I should start linking this playlist in the description. That's a good idea, in case anybody's interested in it. There's some good stuff in here. Icy Vortex all day, all day. I don't know why I keep saying that, but all day. Oh, I gotta sneeze. It kind of went away. I would have muted myself if I was going to, so I didn't blow your eardrums out. I'm a very loud sneezer. Because when I sneeze, I like to just get it out. Other people sneeze, like my sister will sneeze. It usually is girls that sneeze like really soft, like low, and I think they usually do it because they don't want to like be loud or seem gross, but I'm like, holy shit. This is risky dodging. Holy hell. I'm kind of like nuts with it on the dodges right now. I'm gonna put that out there. Kind of starting to realize that the dodges are actually like pretty crazy. Like, I'm not stupid. I knew they were crazy, but okay. This one's already pretty long, so we're gonna go ahead and finish it off here. But man, what a strong run. Now, we should have unlocked this new character, because that was 2 cycles. Yes! Overlord 2, let's go. And please, Prestige 10? Oh yeah, Prestige 10. More so, brother. Let's go. Holy heck. 56 milli from Rain of Arrows. Wow. 25 mil from Icy Vortex. Shoot was 33 mil. Okay. What is this? Active skill. Split shot. Fires a projectile in the direction you're aiming at that explodes. That's probably a unique skill we just unlocked. And then 47 mil from Poison Cloud. I thought it'd be pretty good. What was my prediction? Was my prediction that Poison Cloud would be top? Something like that. But Rain of Arrows did take the cake. Did more than I thought it would. And Chain Lightning was actually all the way at the bottom, so that's very interesting to see. But I'll tell you one thing about Chain Lightning. That Dazed, I think is pretty darn good. Especially with a build like this. That probably enabled us to get so many more crits, which enabled so much more of our build to go off. Tell me I have the mats for this? Oh, hell yeah, I do. The Chaos Walker. So what do we got? Lose some max health, extra critical damage chance, more damage multiplier, minus 10 extra health per crystal. That sucks a little bit. 20% area modifier, so big area. Arcane, and then all the stuff here. And Holy. We do a Holy build with him. I like the Holy abilities a lot, actually. Chaotic Missile. Throws a Chaotic Missile forward, hitting enemies in a line, causing a random amount of damage between 1 and 80, and applying a random powerful negative effect. Powerful negative effect, though, so it'll be a good one. Every time it goes through enemies, there's a 50% chance that the missile will come back to you. Interesting. Describes any negative effect that can be applied on the target. Huh. Well, that sounds like fun. Interesting. I think I'm going to try to do a run with him next time and maybe go for some Holy upgrades. Because remember I had the Paladin run where I did the Holy upgrades and it was slappers. Oh yeah, let's also check out here. Oh, here we go. Executioner of Souls. Let's go ahead and craft that up. That thing looks dope as hell. Spread shot. Fires 10 arrows in a short range with a large spread in the direction you're aiming at. That's nice. Get extra health. Body mass. Wait, are you just like a thickie? 15 armor power. I think you just get really thick. Huh. Okay. So next episode, we're going to try out the Chaos Walker, and the episode after that, we're going to try out the Sentinel with our new weapon. So look forward to that. If you're interested, make sure you come back in the next 2 days, because that's what we're going to be doing. But if you enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you want to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future. I really appreciate you guys watching. It makes my day, and hopefully I can help make yours just a little bit better. All that being said, thank you so much for watching, and that is it for me today. So as always, have a great day.